Wow. Bulletproof monk. Hi guys, today's video is going to focus on a couple of clips from the weekend where I took on the role of SL. Large focus will be on deliberate attack on an enemy built up position, and I'll give my breakdown where things worked and didn't. Hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Okay, so in this clip, communications down is a known error with hell let loose at the moment, and hopefully it'll be fixed in update 9. However, in this section, it's very much kind of a Rambo assault. There's no communication amongst the team, very hard to do it via chat. As you can see, barrages come in, I'm looking to seize the initiative whilst the enemy is trying to re-orb bat themselves. I'm getting into that position to close with and kill the enemy. Okay, so here I didn't clock the enemy garrison on the left hand side, but I did see the OP. I start going towards it and then I get a bit preoccupied with Captain America. Really preoccupied. What I'm now doing is I'm looking out to where the enemy line is, making sure that there isn't any enemy that coming to counter-attack the position. That's fine, however, in hindsight, obviously should have done a 180 and had a look to see what was behind me. Lessons learned. Okay, so in this clip, we are crossing open field, very little cover. I'm communicating with the guys to get to the end position. Speed and aggression is required to cover distance as quickly as possible. Here, I'm also dicking one guy to be our recon, pushing ahead to be eyes and ears for the team. It's important in some cases and necessary to sacrifice a wolf for the better of the pack.
OP down. Mad, if you can start pushing up into town, you're my eyes and ears. Be a recon.
Another garrison destroyed.
Tell me what you want.
Okay, so in this clip I've just divided my section into two fire teams, Charlie and Delta. Charlie will be on the left hand side, Delta on the right. This is what's called an advanced contact, whereby we know in the general direction advance we want to do, in this case the town, and both sections are going to move towards that position. I've split them up so that they can be mutually supportive if Charlie or Delta comes into contact so that they can flank.
They're pushing this side.
Okay, I'm going to use the field marker to be right there.
Right, I need the second squad on the other side of the road to push up.
Okay, okay. I'm not going to waste the bomb run, not yet.
No, it's too close,
Well,
don't do it.
yeah, it's too close.
The enemy are spawning there. It's suspected spawn, it's not accurate.
We also have enemies on the at us.
Enemy on my ping affected. Gonna throw some grenades.
Enemy RT shooting at harass.
Okay,
Gonna try and push the RT. Yeah, I will try to push the RT.
SHR, I'm pushing up with you. Madcap, Paul, stay on the left hand side of the road.
Enemy Sherman on half marker.
Okay, so I've just set some fire breaks. That's whereby Charlie or Delta won't cross into each other's arcs. We're pushing up and communicating with the team to make sure that we're mutually supporting and able to flank or engage where possible.
they wasted their bomb run on the defense. We have now the upper hand.
Shells on that tank now.
New OP up. I can hear enemy shooting on the right hand side of the road.
On our left.
Roger. SHR up with me.
Check your maps. I will drop a bombing run now on kilos.
I've
Okay.
set an attack marker. We want to get to that position, and then we'll push on a little bit, and then we'll go on the same axis advance towards hospice as we had last time.
Jig,
SHR move.
Gonna die. We definitely need the garrison to back up on D3. Marching. If you can push one mark. Because now we are in defensive position.
So very lucky there. My oppo
Thank you,
spotted
good
the enemy, took him out. It was covering me. It's important that you don't get tunnel vision when you're seeing a duty target. So in that case, trying to deny the enemy with supplies. Make sure that you've got guys
Enemy garrison
covering,
right here,
especially when you
taking
go
out
into
now.
kill funnels.
Copy. Done.
Enemy tank on my
Clear of the supply truck. Gonna destroy it.
Well
tank
done.
is stationary.
Enemy garrison taken down south of hospice.
Tank on pin.
Good job. Charlie, you have supplies there. Can you take over?
Enemy tank, Echo 4.
New OP up. Everyone on me, please.
So here, yeah, again, getting my guys to come up. There's no point having one man assault on his own. I've got the full squad
attack
up
marker,
with
we're gonna
me,
push
being
up
able
from
to
here.
hit the enemy with the biggest punch it could possibly give.
Okay, we have Bravo squad.
Right, as we get closer towards the enemy position, I should probably be minimizing the amount of time I've got a map open, and I should be making sure that my men are up in front. At the end of the day, squad leader or the section commander
let's
is
start
probably
pushing.
one of the most important assets you have within the team, and it's important that you're not at the spearhead, as I said earlier. However,
Placing
in
grenade
this
if
case,
needs be.
leading from the front is only a game.
Tank on pin.
Hold the back.
I think there's an enemy Gary. Ah, they've just moved it. There's an OP.
Sink.
I'm taking my squad to harass.
Take out this area, boys. Go all the way through the full limit of exploitation.
The rest of you as you were.
Enemy vehicle to the rear of hospice. I can hear it.
All the time.
Okay, set a new OP.
Enemy supply truck coming in Foxtrot 3. Behind you guys.
Doesn't seem to be anything on the hospice. We need to push probably to the end of the town facing us. Our objective, brother.
I think it's north, you know.
Okay, so now we're starting to look for nodes, look for enemy positions in depth,
Found the enemy garrison on my ping. Taking it now.
calling things out just in case I get killed. And obviously, when I think the enemy position is clear,
Right, OP garrison down.
I notify commander.
Recon.
Okay, let's revisit that
Place.
situation with more enemy resistance.
We need to cap.
Okay, so I'm engaging with the enemy there. As you can see, there's an open ground as I need to get
Enemy
across
on my ping,
to
there must
the
be a
enemy
little
objective.
garrison nearby.
Would have been best if I had some support there to be able to cover me as I did a tactical bound. Taking fire, return effective fire back, get across that kill zone as quickly as possible. At the end of the day, if I can just put the enemy's heads down, that's better than nothing. Now it's time to close and kill the enemy.
Great job. Great job. This is their main.
Could have done with communicating with my other fire team that I was about to close with the enemy. They could have switched fire left so that there wasn't a blue on
took
blue.
an OP. There's one on my body.
Okay, so let's just revisit that. In this situation, it's different. We've got a different kill zone, but the principles are still the same.
Chains on defense. We're not gonna move.
Bags of smoke going out. It's important to use smokes to cover advance and also confuse the enemy when engaging.
Lion, where was he?
That was it.
Okay, another clip using HE and smoke. HE obviously to kill the enemy, and smoke to provide my section with cover from view when crossing that kill zone.
Right, push.
As you can see, rounds and smoke downrange to
Fly and
support
push.
our axis of advance. My team are now able to, under the cover of view, assault the position from the rear by going through the smoke.
Gonna push with you, Klein. With you.
Done.
You'll notice we're slowing down now. It's important to check corners as we engage.
Enemy here on my ping.
Calling out enemies where needed so that we can make an adjustment to our axis of advance if needs be.
Enemy garrison is down. I repeat, enemy
Enemy
garrison
supply truck on me.
who just died. They got more supplies. They will place another one. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's okay.
On your body, yeah, they just placed another one on my dead body. Just RD. Just RD.
Done it.
Desperate.
Okay.
Right on my dead body.
On me, boy. It's contested, boys. Get up here.
I found the enemy OP.
That guy's fucking invincible.
Good opportunity to demonstrate why you should never poke your head up over cover in the same place twice, especially when an enemy's got a bead on you. Reposition under cover. This means the enemy has to readjust, gives you time to kill the enemy.
Enemy pushing from our ping back.
Okay, in summary of some of the points made earlier on in this video, here's a fresh situation hitting the same objective earlier on in the game. You'll notice some of the practices raised earlier in the video will be used in this attack. We'll also cover best practice when you've secured the position and what to watch out for.
Is that an enemy vehicle I can hear?
I'm not sure.
The lion when you... Yeah, enemy vehicle on my ping. Be advised, enemy vehicle northeast of the position.
Yep, so that's good. Obviously when you see enemy assets you want to be calling in it to the rest of the squad, and then primarily the SL should be communicating to the commander. Now that was done on the map, however it's important that all assets are aware of any armour or any significant advantage the enemy might have when taking a position.
Second enemy tank on the road. Can I make sure that we've got AT, please? Can someone respawn?
Yep, so I'm communicating with my guys at the moment, making sure that I've got the right assets up with me so that we can actually effectively engage with, close the enemy. As you can see there, a lot of spraying and praying. In an SL capacity, you wouldn't actually be necessarily engaging and being the spearhead. It's also important from an ammunition consumption perspective that you're conserving rounds where possible. You can only carry a finite amount of rounds. You're not a one-man army.
Guys, I need
You
you
don't
on
know
me.
when you're next going to get supplied. You don't know how long you're going to be on the position for. So it's important to conserve ammunition where possible.
Running low on ammunition. Support if you can drop ammunition for us as well, that'd be good. I'm sure rockets will need it. Enemy tank on my ping right on the corner of the other side of the courtyard.
Trying to get to you, I got ammo.
So looks like we've taken the courtyard. There might be a couple of enemy outside by the wall. I've noticed I haven't got my full squad at the moment, therefore it's important to tell your guys not to keep going on beyond the objective. In real life, you've got a thing called red mist, whereby your troops have
Enemy in
got
the
their blood up,
vicinity, glide.
and it's important that you effectively set a limit of exploitation, which is a line that is not to be crossed once you've assaulted a position. That's to protect them from enemy in depth, or including even blue on blue. So that's what I'm doing there. I'm telling my guys, don't carry on until we've got the rest of the
ATF, we
assets
still
around
hear
there.
that vehicle.
I got no more rockets.
Did we drop that ammo? Great effort, gents. We captured it.
Here you want to be doing something called Kazan, which is effectively taking a note of your casualty states, your ammunition states. Therefore, you can either A, communicate that to your platoon commander, your platoon sergeant, or make a judgment from there.
Rog. Commander, RFI supplies on hospice so we can start building defensive positions, please.
I'm talking to everybody, nobody's listening or responsive. Okay, dropping supplies on hospice.
Thank you.
Go squad, we need to build a garrison, another one, offensive to artillery.
Right, gents, supplies coming in. We've got ammunition for rockets. Engineer, please, can you start building defensive positions around this courtyard? We're going to defend this position.
Couple enemies.
Right, I want to have barricades starting built up here, or we'll go with some barbed wire as well.
So in this particular case, we've decided that we're going to hunker down, put some defensive positions in. It's important that we're not just facing towards the enemy, we need to be considering our flanks as well.
We need to widen the front, because I think everyone is coming to our way.
Enemy garrison H4 is destroyed.
Good job. Stop the good.
I'm just going to push back a little bit and put an OP further away in case there's a bombing run.
Okay, so here I am mindful that we're assaulting enemy in depth with artillery assets. Now that poses a big risk when you assault a position, you take it. In real life, you actually triangulate your forward positions so that if you've got that zeroed in, you can effectively command or give quick orders to artillery mortar assets so that they can quickly start to put down shells on that position. It prohibits the enemy from being able to hunker down and effectively defend that position, and is fantastic for counter-attacking, whereby you're able to capitalize on the enemy having sustained casualties and the chaos that it brings.
If we've got extra supplies, I want to engineer to you to start building nodes in the rear of the hospice near the road.
Okay, lessons over. Hope that was interesting. If you want to see more of that, put a comment or a like below. In the meantime, the rest of the video is pretty much just Rambo assaults from a couple of clips this weekend. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thanks.
Keep running through the trench, keep running through the trench.
After that, we'll try a bombing run and an attack on artillery battery.
Right, Wolf and Lek, keep pushing up.
Fuck, sorry, if you're marked.
Tangy, push with me to the right.
Recon will be ready in 40 seconds.
Recon in 40 seconds.
Yeah, I'm going to do a recon. It'll be in 30 seconds now, and then I'll bomb it run. I'll go for that artillery to the west.
Red, just to the left of the road. Red, where was he?
In the building.
Can't hear you, say again.
In the building.
Got him, thank you.
Cool.
Again, I'm still after an engineer and support out of the unit to go to Gold. It's a garrison marker.
Enemy on my ping coming from the garrison.
Recon plane on the north side. Check your maps. It's great. Great sound recon teams.
Enemy garrison on my ping.
We stay here and stay annoying to them. Okay.
Yeah, of course. That's the idea.
Good stuff, well done.
The Echo Squad.
Enemy garrison down.
Are us.
So Baker, you will have a supply truck coming on the main road.
Right, let's
Hold your
push
ground,
up.
Baker.
Great kill.
Copy that.
Kilo Squad, you want
Push up with me.
Thank you. Supply truck coming towards you, Baker.
Echo, I would suggest you bring your outpost a bit closer to that position.
Oh,
You're helping
for sure,
us a
man.
lot.
Sure.
Are you solo? You don't have a... Oh, you don't.
No, I have. Following me. I played with him a couple of times. He's a good shooter.
Okay.
Yeah, the rot is not killing us. I got one guy for like 4 times.
I'm gonna drop to south side and then...
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Dog tank markers and recon people.
We actually got like 6 or 7 kills.
Check RT.
Good job.